You are listening to the TheZerkaOfficial.com radio. Andrew Tate's in jail. Only on QMFM. Hi, so I'm the G, and I f- women, so they listen to me. You gotta them. You gotta. I know there's disease. Work around it. Tristan, go get me my towel. Oil me up. Yeah, Zerko was wrong. I mean, like, where he said there'd be another case, but no, we're free Tates. You were wrong about Tate, John. What do you mean there's another case? What do you mean you looked into it, John? What do you mean, Zerka? What do you mean, Zerka? They raided Tate. They raided the guy who scammed people out their life savings so they could post as the chat watches. They are bitches while you're commenting, and you think you got a fair deal out of this. Hi, I'm a top G, and I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you how to shill for Israel for 2 years. His dad was a CIA linguist. And back to commercials. All right, let's bring some people up here. Go ahead, caller. You're on. Tiggs. Go ahead.
What's up, man?
Hey, welcome to the show. Positivity and optimism.
You take them both.
Why you say that, bro?
Bro,
Why?
look at his head shape, man. Look at it.
No, but why? Why would you gotta give a real reason? You can't just say that. Damn, bro, you're actually just here to call him the N-word?
I'm black.
Yeah, but I just feel like you're a racist black. Like you hate your own.
No, I'm not actually black.
Okay. Listen, dude. If you don't have anything to say about Andrew Tate, just get the f off this call.
Andrew Tate's a pimp.
Wow, thank you for sharing. What else you got? What else you got, you know? He was also a kickboxer. Let's bring some other people up here, man. All right, let's see. What do we got, Alex? Fine, Marbur. Okay, we got Act. Speaker kick, go.
What's up, G? How you doing?
Run into it, bro. What happened? Can you just give us a breakdown? Read the article. What happened with Andrew?
The Candace Owens space happened, right? They talked finally about but the funny part is everyone else talked about first because they were scared to go back to jail, and they still went to jail, bro. That's insane.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that they had a case even before they were going down anyway?
I don't know. I thought that they were not anymore in the case. It was over, but now they are saying that the wife of the mother of his children got what's the name? Playboy? No, lover boy method into getting children, bro.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Whether they're 16-year-old girls, 17-year-old, they're who ran away from home, and they probably had drugs on them. They do drugs, and yeah, of course, it's still Tate's house, and Tate's responsible and all that. But in a fair world, I would punish all of these degenerates for living that life because no one understands. I'm sure people have uncles like this. One day, you guys will have daughters. Listen to me, right? One day, you guys will have daughters. When they're 17, they're gonna do Molly at a rave and run away from home and hang out with guys like Andrew Tate. And then that guy will go to jail because of your daughter, and you're gonna hate him. You're gonna want him to be in jail. But really, you gotta ask yourself, can a 17-year-old deceive a human being? I mean, 10-year-olds can lie and get you in trouble. Imagine 17. So now imagine, not only is the Tate brothers who are degenerate scumbags, and you guys don't understand my hatred for these people ever since they came on the scene because I was nice with them, but in the back of my head, I always had this thing saying to me like, how come I never get praised for not jumping into fans or taking percentage off all the girls I know? You know, no one's ever wrote that comment about me. They're like, "Hey, Zherka, you have 500 girls in your server who do whatever you say. They'll do. I make them bark on camera, bro." And no one ever writes one comment saying, "Wow, you never took that OnlyFans money. Wow, Zherka." What, I never got complimented once by anyone. Like no one has ever. Think about anyone else in my shoes. If anyone played Jon Zherka for 1 month, they wouldn't do content. They wouldn't even read the Bible. They wouldn't do shit. They would literally just say, you know what? I'm just going to take percentage of all these girls, right? And when I'm the greatest pimp to ever live and I haven't even pimped, but I have the skill set, you know how weird it feels to see the world praise a dude who went the easy road and just nasty, degenerate horse. Like they're fingering their on camera. And
But
he's
but
like,
John, but John, he smokes cigars and wears short shorts. He's cool.
oh, top G, top G, top G, top G, let's go. Yeah, I feel as strong as Sneeko now.
Yeah,
You know,
but what is top G? Like, why does he use the G?
I don't know, but I'll say this,
Because
bro.
he's a Mason.
There's
You don't know, Zarka. That's a
oh come on,
generational principle.
don't do that, don't do that. But
Okay,
yo,
my bad. Yeah, go ahead.
check it out. One thing that bothers me the most is, do you know that the most charming thing about the Tate brothers? Have you noticed? I don't know if it was just me, but Tate didn't impress me at all when he came on the scene. But when I saw clips with him and Tristan, I love seeing brothers together. And so, like, you root for them. You're like, yeah, brothers. But you got to remember, these guys are getting a lot more pussy than all of you. They're 30 girls a night. You haven't even 30 girls a year. These guys are living literal heaven on earth. I'm not joking. Men who tell you having a lot of is not heaven on earth, those guys don't have. It's literally heaven on earth. It's meaningless. Yes, it's unfulfilling, true. But think of how unfulfilling your life is right now. And you have no. These guys are laughing inside a 30 times a day while you jack 30 times a day. They're getting so much more than you. Shouldn't you be angry that they're also scamming you? They're living all the way up there and they think that the pendulum isn't going to swing. And, bro, you cannot try and recreate heaven on earth, man. You can. The pendulum smashed me. I used to be me and two girls, right? They were both my girlfriends, and they'd have to get along with each other, right? Or else I would be turned off. I would even tell them to their face. Like, I don't want to leak too much, but I'll tell them to their face. Like, I would only show them affection. I would train them like dogs. I would only show them affection if they were kissy with each other, like playful with each other, nice. I don't really give touching each other, but like as long as they're getting along, I would want to at the same time, like or just like touch them or whatever. But one on one, I wouldn't do it, right? So I'd encourage that behavior. And I still remember when the pendulum swung the other way, where I'm like living in heaven on earth. And bro, you know, dudes are so nasty because they'll like live with two model babes and them for a year straight, and then they'll go to a party where they see you playing with cards with like some old uncle of yours. Your life sucks and you're poor, and then we'll pull up and play Uno with you, and then we'll look you straight in the eye and go, bro, man, two girls at the same time, like it's unfulfilling, bro. It's just you don't want this life, bro. And but we're really making fun of you because we're not saying that it's better than girlfriend. We're saying you don't have a girlfriend. You've been single for a year, and so have I. Because having two girlfriends means you have zero. So technically, it's single. It's just I'm having more fun. Now, I always felt like the nastiest people on earth will look you in your eyes and give you these fat lies. Andrew Tate and these guys, they'll look you in your eyes after nutting 30 times a day. Like, bro, I don't get jealous that they're nutting 30 times a day and today I didn't nut. I get angry that they're that close to animal passions. You know, I get angry that it's like, dude, like this is embarrassing because your life is boasting that that's what it is, boasting that you have a better life than us. But if your life is just in creating heaven on earth, what human has ever done that for 100 years? And I'm not saying it's because of any other reason. I'm saying the pendulum has to come the other way. If you have a good 40 years of marriage, a lot of people have the next 40 years of divorce. There's always hardcore pendulum swings. You can love too much. That love can burn you out with your wife. You can love too little. And this is why the Christians do so well, because they're like in this moderate path, right? Or middle path. And I'm thinking to myself, like, how did we not? Like, I know I saw this coming, but dude, guys, what human do you know with 10 Bugattis never learned their lesson, and they actually get away with it? You know, and people say villains always get away with it, but who? Diddy, Jeffrey Epstein, Andrew Tate, Tristan, like who? None of them. 100 years on Earth is a long time for that pendulum to come back at you, and I'm actually shocked that since it was all on camera, them saying this shit, I'm shocked that there's people thinking these guys are, how you say, th-
Not
basically,
macabre.
I'll just say this, man. My red pill friends, we had dinner together, and I was in tears laughing. I was the only one at the table laughing out of 5 of us, and they were so straight faced and angry at me, and they were convinced that the Tate brothers are free. And I was in tears laughing because I've worked 5 years with pimps, Hells Angels, murderers. Just search up my name, bro. Look where I've worked. And yeah, that a lot of them get away with a lot. But there's one thing you always have to remember. Anyone who works at a nightclub or a bar, any place that's nasty and filthy and there's money and gambling, just go meet the thugs. None of them have social media. And so, in my head, I'm like, yeah, I guess my red pill friends, they haven't been in the real world, but you can't actually do crime and be a social media guy talking about what you do. That's not, do you know that they can get you on something you said to a buddy? Now imagine you're looking directly at the camera and you go, "Oh, when she was 15, I did this and I did that, and then you have her, so you own her mind, and this is not a joke. This is not a joke. DEA, FBI, this is not a joke. I pimp him. I'm doing crime in Romania. He's like looking directly at the breaking the fourth wall, telling us he's breaking the law, and he thought being a YouTuber, having a YouTuber flag, is going to defend him when Romania seeks international securities from other countries in the world, right? These people don't give a they want to go to the next level, and sacrificing, let's say Tate was a little innocent, they still sacrifice him, right? Because, dude, it could be any age of consent 16. When it's international and your YouTube channel makes you international, the whole world's watching. And this means all of Romania and all of Europe benefit if those two go to jail. That's why I was surprised. I'm like, there's an expensive process, right? And don't ask me how I know this, right? But there's an expensive process you can pay. And there's nothing more expensive than this, more than acid wash, bleach, whatever you want to call it. There's a $20 million process to actually get yourself scrubbed off the internet. And billionaires hate this because it's so expensive. And nobody would want to like burn 40% of their net worth like Tate Brothers in doing this. But I swear to God, there would be sunlight. There would be actually maybe in 15, 20 years that they could get out. There would be like a way out of this. But dude, these guys didn't spend any money trying to get all those videos of them incriminating themselves off it. And you guys got to remember, every YouTuber incriminates themselves. But when the date stacks up with what the 17-year-old minor, right, that ran away from home, she's a nasty. I don't care if she's 17, she's a. If that dates and her criminal case against Tate adds up to the date he's looking in the camera and saying what he did, I'm telling you, it's that simple. It doesn't take much. These guys are the dumbest idiots I've ever seen in my life. I've never thought salesmen are intelligent because I have many millionaire friends who are good at sales. I've never considered them intelligent because they're really just horny. They want girls. That's why they're millionaires, right? They know they can't get girls, so they want the money. And You know, that's the symbol of their libido. Like a rat finding cheese, they'll find a way. It's not like, to me, it doesn't really impress me, right? Because I want to see other avenues in their life, especially the spiritual component. I want to see that just so they look more psychically whole or more human, or uh, how you say, like if you met me in person, there's no aura. You go, holy, this guy's scarred up. This guy's been through weird shit, awkward shit, good shit, badass shit, this shit. But if you were sitting in a room with Tate, all you'd feel is this persona kind of aura. Like he would be sitting upright, and you would think you're in the room with a celebrity. Well, Predrajan, uh, you'd think you're in the room with a celebrity, or sorry, my dad's really just knocking. You'd think you're in the room with like a celebrity or something if Tate was sitting there. And anytime you have that idol feeling, like, oh, the badass is in the room, anytime you have that feeling, it means the other person's fake. Every single time, every time you went to a party and the cool guy, you know, that throws the football far away is in the room, and you go, wow, it's a star. This guy, everyone talks about this guy from high school and college and blah. Anytime you have that, just go get to know that guy more. And it's always like, wow, I can't believe I respect that guy. That guy's a bro. He fakes his whole personality. He's a weirdo, or he'll just do it for girls, or just to win. You know what I mean? And so you got to watch out for people like this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did feel dumb because I predicted Tates would go down way earlier than this. So I look, you know, this is way late. This is like, but I never doubted it for a second. Like I knew they'd go down. I know when I see them. I know snake oil salesmen when I see them. I know dudes who cannot make money in any other way. So exploiting is like their greatest thing. I get it, right? I've been around this. I work with pimps. I get it, bro. In a weird way, I did what these guys did, where I just brought girls to badasses like that were like big biker guys and celebrities, you know. And you talk to the girls, you charm them, and we all do this. Anyone who's around pretty women, they do that kind of stuff. But when passports are involved and shit like this, man, I can't imagine what kind of a you'd have to be to wake up one morning and knock on Tristan's door and be like, yo, it's me, Andrew. Let's take Selena's passport. And not that I give a about Selena. This is not me trying to be like, oh my God, I'm a better person. All right? Hey, let's take Selena's passport because we can't make money without her. That's the nature of the conversation. Imagine knocking on your brother's door saying, bro, Selena makes a lot on OnlyFans. We have her link and we have all her socials, but she might go see her family in the UK. So let's find a way to keep her in. So are you admitting you're dependent on the That's like me. That's like Zherka. You can't have girls on your stream. Oh yeah, big deal. My paycheck's still the same. Zherka, you're not allowed to sell dating content anymore. You got to stick to. You got to stick to spirituality. You got to stick to self-help, psychology. I think if I focused on that, I think it'd be even more money. Really, like just what everyone, you know, like you, bro. You can unplug any kind of my passive income, and I just change my focus, and again, boom, same paycheck. Nothing changes for me, right? That's why people are so stupid when they go, "Oh, Zerka, you have like a dating course and stuff like that." And yeah, it's psychological warfare. Everything I teach of how to talk to women, okay, trade it. Let's say you never use it on women, use it on your boss. See if that works. Of course, it works. Do you get it? It's just women are the magnet to men, so it's like that. Now, have I ever lived with women? Have I ever depended on the money on, oh my God, you're not gonna be on my stream. I guess I can't feed myself. Bro, are you stupid? That's your guy. That's Tate. That's Tristan, bro. And these guys were getting such nice cars and such big places that the girls had to be around. He said in one video, I need her to work so I can pay rent because the rent was so big and then like nice cars and so it's just such a ritual where it's like every moment of my life has to be perfect. I gotta drive my little Ferrari to my Bugatti, and then I gotta eat like this perfect caviar, and then I gotta wear a nice little linen shirt, and I gotta go here, and it's like princess behavior, like real, bro. Like you could, You could tell these guys don't walk around sweaty, smelling like shit. You could tell these guys have like 4 showers a day on shit, bro. Like they look like spray, like perfume spray. You know what I mean? And bro, anytime you find yourself like with a full stomach, balls drained, you eating good, doing everything good, 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 living like a king, you're anytime bro, if I eat good one day, I'm not getting that day. I ate good. I had 2 cheeseburgers from Hum Hum. You know what I mean? If I ate good that day, that's it. It's over. I'm not allowed to get and eat good. I've never lived like that. Even when I had it around, I've never wired my brain like that. If I eat 2 cheeseburgers and I'm stuffed and I feel great, like, oh, they made my day, I'm not allowed to respond to Sabrina's text. Yeah, that's Sabrina. I like her. I'm not allowed to. Hey, Sabrina, now I ate these burgers and I'm going to take a shit and I'm going to meet you and I'm going to. No. If I get good and I hit Sabrina, I'm not allowed cheeseburgers. I got to go to sleep hungry. Bro, I instinctively do this kind of dopamine fasting where I feel like where it's like, don't get used to your appetites being full. If one appetite gets full, if one gets satisfied, don't go to the next one because then you could have 5, 8, 10, 15, 20. Now you have the passports. I've never lived like that, bro. If I have a win in my day, that's it, bro. It says Sabrina got another day. And I missed out on so much because of this, right? If I watch a good movie, I gotta absorb that movie. Can't count Sabrina the day, right? Or some days I'll and for some other, let's say whatever. Maybe it'll be a week and I'll just lose a bit of weight. It won't be cheeseburgers, won't be no alcohol, like you know what I mean. And I've tried. I've had months where even in Miami recently, for the first time in a while, it's like I'm just gonna have good food and it was awesome. It was heaven. But when I realized, holy shit, this is the first time I'm satisfying every single appetite, which is so disgusting. Have you ever had 2 good burgers, nice ass head where you like yelling at her, right? Oh, right in her face. Oh, you're nutting. And then like, whoa, this guy's really like enjoying the head, right? And, oh my God, I got let go. It hurts. It got sensitive, right? Imagine I have 2 cheeseburgers. I get hit. I have a cigarette, a cigar, a wine on my hand. You know how many appetites I'm trying, bro? This is legit LA blonde activity. It is LA activity. An LA woman will wake up, go to the spa, go eat, do this, do that. Every moment has to be dopamine. And this is why this is why they're unhappy in their G Wagons, because they're like on an appetite mission. They get exhausted. They're like, you know what I mean? There's so many men who are like this, these appetite kind of men. And I don't know how people don't see Andrew and Tristan as like women the way they live, right? You think like, you give most men listening right now all their money. You know how many days we spend days at the swamp. Maybe the canoe. There would be some like dirty days too, right? There'd be days where we just rest on a grass field. It wouldn't be like, actually, you know what, bro? I'm gonna order 30 chefs to this grass field and some DJs, and every day has to be a party, bro. And it's like, what? These are the types of people who can't grab a book off a shelf and be curious about it because the book is not about pussy or money. You know what I mean? Imagine 100 years of your life is about pussy and money. And here, I'll just word it like this, bro. I've had 100 girls chase me, right? They're like, oh, Zherka, blah, blah, blah. And it's not, that movie feeling, And then I've had a girlfriend who was like, Zherka. She's like angry, but really is into me. One girl, and I'll be like, whoa, another human on earth is sharing an experience with me, and no other human on earth is having her experience because I'm not dating anyone but her. And she can tell me more about this Zherka character that I unravel every day because she's seeing it from that up close angle. And no one will ever see this Zherka again. Because if I date someone else, well, that's a month later Zherka. That's a kind of different thing, right? So I freak out. I go, holy, in love with me, and I'm in love with the idea of me and I'm in love with her telling me what I am. Because there's angles I miss. Or when she, even better, when reaffirms who I am. Yo, I'm badass. And then she gives you like that look. Oh, maybe my boyfriend's a badass. And you go, oh, I thought I was just bullshitting. I thought I was just faking until I make it. This bitch thinks I'm hard. Maybe I am. Oh, I have to be hard. And then you go, oh shit, I'm building myself up in front of the bitch. That's one bitch. That one bitch gave me a billion energies and thoughts and visions and daydreams. One girl, just because she's a girlfriend, just because you're doing it traditional and correct and normal. But I've never had that feeling with. I've had hundreds who fall in love with me. I go, ugh. Like, it's like It's you and there's still sperm in your womb. Your womb is polluted and you're in love with me. You know what I mean? But then there's guys like Tristan and Tate who is in love with me. That means a 9 out of 10 is in love with me. She's Sabrina, definitely a 9, Tristan. You got a 9 loving you. Bro, where I'm from, 9 means dirty fucking poor. These guys actually label girls with numbers. Like, yo, I was dating a 7, bro. And yo, I'm still with that 8.5 and shit. And yeah, it's funny, man. It's like, I'll tell you this, guys. Money doesn't change you, okay? Money just speeds along the mask that slips off your face in front of God. Like I always say, my dad would be like, yo, careful, you're making a shit ton of money doing nothing. Or maybe you're manifesting too fast. Like, you might do 10 million in a month one day. Like, my dad's like joking like that. We're talking about that Kabbalion and all that stuff. And I'm like, Dad, if I got $10 million this month, I promise you, you'd spend some of that to get a ride just up that hill and visit me because I'll be in the grave. Money is energy, and if energy is coming into your life that quick, you're cooked. You're not spending it covering your tracks, deleting videos and all that through these expensive processes. You're Andrew and Tristan, 20 years of crime, laughing in your faces of how much they gone. You know how much that's gone? When your business is about, that's all you're doing is, there's like business is that. There's no off days. They're 30 times a day laughing at you, bro. And now they're begging for your sympathy because they're like, okay, my deal with the devil's done. I did 20 years of heaven, and I will call it heaven. I don't give a. I'm not these who say, oh, they were living an unfulfilled life. Are you kidding me? He has his brother with him. Yeah, can get depressing. Not when you're doing it with your brother, right? That means they're going playing with the Ferraris, bro. They're having the best time. They had the greatest 20 years with the devil, man. You stupid. Why do you think it's so tempting? But again, what story do you know? Do you know any celebrity, any case you've ever seen in your life where the pendulum doesn't swing? Can you name anyone who went 100 years? Can you name mafia guys? As soon as you realize, oh shit, the pendulum is very fair. It does swing. If you try and recreate heaven into your house on earth and do this ritual of like bringing the beyond right here, as in you don't want to leave this world. I mean, if you can give me some cases of someone who's done that successfully without a catastrophe, then you have an excuse to live like Andrew and Tristan. But I think it's instinct, man. Like, it's instinct in us to know when we're living in excess. It's instinct to know where it's like, bro, sometimes it's not about, sometimes it's about some sujuk. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just about some sujuk. Like, what the so sometimes it's about having one of your aunts have a crush on you, not in like a weird way, but where she goes, dude, you're the handsome one in the family, and you go, oh shit, finally, bro, I forgot that many years passed. I used to be, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's about your grandpa having a crush on you, where he goes, dude, you're the man now. And you go, damn, it's not always about bitches having a crush on you, or like little kids. Maybe I'm using the wrong terminology here. I'm not going to use crush. Crush meaning like how do you say, they're championing you. You're their hero, right? Where, you want to be a hometown hero to other archetypes, not just the whore archetype. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, you cannot be a healthy human if you're not walking a human's path, meaning you have to interact with an uncle or you're going to get sick. You have to interact with a grandpa, you're going to get sick. Well, John, I don't have a grandpa around. Okay, guaranteed sick. You know, move it along. Go to your uncle, go to your cousin, go to your mom, your dad, and this. Oh, I don't like my mom. Still, you're going to get sick if you don't talk to that mom of yours, right? She's a bitchy mom. You don't like her. She hates you. Yeah, you're still going to get sick. Yeah, go argue with her. It's still better than getting sick. As a human, it's like soul architecture, they call it, like soul development, where it's like these people aren't around you on earth by accident, right? The mailman, the relationship you have with the mailman, right? Now imagine if you're Andrew and Tristan, who all these people are invisible. The mailman, they don't look in the eye. It's just pussy and money. If you're forfeiting the human experience, what are you gaining? A beast experience. You're turning into a beast. You understand?
So, Zherka, you're saying that the promiscuity angle from the Tate brothers hurts the marriage concept?
Yeah, I really think anytime you're laughing with your buddies about how much you're getting, right, and you're rich, you're laughing because you're nervous, because you know something is upsetting that pendulum, right? That dude, if you ever get a bunch of, the only thought a man has is, how am I getting away with this? No man ever just sits down and goes, yeah, I got a little. It's always like, whoa, what the like, yo, I'm zerking out, right? Or like you tell your dad and uncles and they find out and maybe they're having some beers and then they all laugh, but they all look at you like, what's gonna happen to you, John? You get that much. It's like they all raised an eyebrow of like curiosity of like, okay, okay, there's no way God's just letting you get away with that because no one gets away with that. It's like that player uncle who's, he's like divorced for life or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you have to fire, you have everything, but you're like all alone now, and you know what I mean?
But John, I wanted to ask you though, do you think running and railing through that much damages the psyche though? Because wouldn't they want something more after a while? If you select their day, that's damaging the psyche.
It's more like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Getting married after you do that, it doesn't even work. It doesn't even do anything because that's a mom thing, like that's a mommy issue. It's not like no wife is gonna solve your mommy issue. In fact, it's gonna get a lot harder, right? If you need to live like that, where you risk prison time, that's a mommy issue. I need mommy's milk. I can only feel that when I'm nutting inside of 30 girls a day. I'm willing to risk it by being a criminal, and I'm working, man. All right, go.
Psychology says that the mummy issue or makes a son or the Casanova effect, so it swings those
Yeah.
types.
No,
The Hassan Ali effect.
you know what's interesting is like men with dad issues really become successful. It's like not the worst thing. Obviously it could be bad, but this mommy issue thing, like this Tate Brothers stuff, bro, do you guys know after they got locked up, they jumped out of that and went back to living with, like they went back to regular, you know what I mean? That just shows there's like, mommy, I need titty milk again. And
I
it's
mean,
like,
yeah, John, I was gonna tell you, you could see that though, because like when they first got out, you saw Andrew change his whole demeanor, the whole way he speaks. They were a lot more careful. Recently, they've just been going at Israel. They've been saying, "I want jail. They're gonna slaughter your daughters." Like,
no, man, you're falling for it, dude.
They just
The,
jumped on the
the reason
bandwagon with
why
Candace
Tristan
Owens.
The reason why Tristan he predicted that he's going to jail is because, bro, they get tipped off. They got tipped off weeks ago that, hey, buddy, bro, they're not letting, these guys see cars spying on them, even though the case got dropped. So they know, they're like, oh, the authorities are about to do this again. This means, and they can't raid your house unless they actually got you on something. They knew it. They're like, bro, I'm telling you, if you've ever been through legal stuff, you'll know before the public knows, weeks before, right? Even sometimes the police will do like psyops. that tip off your lawyers just to see how you react. But then you'll get the hint that, oh, the energy's coming back into your life. They're gonna break your door. That's why they're not predicting. They're not predicting the future. They're literally guilty in their heart. And they go, holy f- talking to a 15, 17-year-old girl and 49 other people. We're cooked. I better do some prophecy shit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I got locked up for tax evasion. And like, what the fuck talk about the girls, right? And don't get me wrong, bro. They're deceptive, nasty people. I'd lock them up with Tate, to be honest. And yeah, I just don't want you guys to ever doubt me when I say someone's going down, bro. I'm not speaking out of like being a professional tennis player. I worked 5 years with pimps and this shit. Okay, I went from the nicest one to the worst one in 4 years. Okay, for $100 if you owed me money, there was no one the city feared more because they're like, you know, Zherka, well, he's gonna come to the nightclub with a knife for $100, and yeah, he's gonna do it on camera in front of the ropes, and he's not even gonna stab you. He's just gonna come with a knife. Oh no, he's gonna be. This is what they say about me, and I never did that. You know, I never broke the law or anything. But I remember my brain going down the rabbit hole, and I'm like just becoming more of what I'm not. You know, there's what you are and what you're not, and depending on what you're feeding, your life's either going up or down. And I became exactly what I'm not. And I still remember thinking to myself, like, oh, if I just had a 5, 10,000 in my bank account, I'd leave all this shit. I'll just do this. I'll do that. I'll just get a minimum wage job. I was always thinking of ways to be free of corruption. But these guys always think of ways to be more corrupt because there's more money there. And then I'm like, oh, it's an appetite thing, you know? And when I see men with large appetites like Tate and Tristan, you know, I go, whoa, man, bro. Yeah.
Do you think that he attracted most like young people because you see this lifestyle of the Batman cave with the homies under the logos of fighting the Matrix? That's the high school and university dream, right? They never evolved from that lifestyle. It's almost like the same, right? You're with your homies, fighting
Yeah,
whatever
I feel
logos
like
maybe.
the whole world saw the Tates as like everything you want to see, and all I watched is the shadows because I'm like, yo, everyone's talking about them living with a bunch of girls, but no one actually knows what that means. That means you grab the arm, the hair, you slap her, you do whatever you can so she doesn't, because these drink all day. Cam girls drink all day to do that job. They do coke. They bring the drugs, even if the guys don't bring it. They do not fear you, you get stabbed in your sleep. And so I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking the whole world knows this. Like if I said to like a 15-year-old, 20-year-old kid, yeah, living with 15 like this, everyone just thinks it's like a bit of argument and yelling at her, and yeah, that's about it. Just like, oh, little Jersey Shore energy. It's nothing like that. Nothing. Nothing. Especially these are the most confident types of, not real confidence. These are right ego, kind of like broken people, right? Um, Anyone who's ever like lived and worked with probably saw Andrew and Tristan as like the darkest figures you could see. And then the whole world just thought it was like, hey guys, take your clothes off. I'm gonna make some jokes. And everyone thought it was like Santa Claus thing. There's no dirtier business. I hate when people say casinos are dirty. No, they're not. Casinos are dirty because they're there. Right? The only reason they're spinning slots trying to get rich is for bro. Right before they get possessed. And yeah, this whole Western culture has made everyone think, being around is like, oh, they're harmless, Yeah, they're demonic, but they says they're girls, it's harmless. It's like the darkest energy you could have around, bro. Um, I don't I don't get how anyone could look me in the eye and say, hey, Andrew and Tristan Tate lived with 20 years, but now they're free. They're free. They're not gonna get arrested again. Are you stupid? In one weekend living with, I'll tell you what goes down. In one weekend, there'll be a bottle thrown next to the bed. In one weekend, Do you understand how much electricity there is there when girls look good and they're broken like that? Now imagine 2 years of nobody's actually having a job, so they're all 24 hours around each other. Okay? This is not reality TV, bro. 20 years of pimping in the same under the same roof. I'm surprised it's only 49 cases. I think it should be 10,000, bro. I'm surprised it's only two minors. It should be 10,000, bro. And what's funny is, the longer the case goes, the more they're gonna add. I guarantee you, it's gonna go from 49 to 157. You guys stupid are not addition; they're multiplication. When you're around, they don't add problems to your life. These multiply. They press the X button. How the 5 years, 7 nights a week working with, bro? I'm telling you, there's gonna be so much worse for these two brothers. And because like I kind of feel for them as family, just seeing them get arrested make me want to spit in those faces, man. Just like, come on, you guys just got out, you stupid. I know you guys are dumb, but this dumb, in a weird way, is like a relief when they're out. I don't know why I'm rooting for them. Just like I don't want to win. And now I'm like, okay, so you've 20 years. That's how much fun you've had. Okay. Okay. So you calculated that you're never going to pay for that fun? Okay. So when we were all 15 years old, we instinctively knew we had to pay for fun. That if we have too much fun, we might get in trouble. But for 20 years, you guys never worried. For 20 years, you guys thought you're better than every other human, that you're like God's favorite, you're God's chosen too. Come on, bro. I have teenage cousins who know better. I have teenage cousins that I have a 17-year-old teenage cousin. He's too afraid. He would be too afraid to kiss an 18-year-old girl on the lips. Because he'd be like, Zherka, what if Zherka sent her? What if Zherka sent her to prank me? And everyone laughs at me, and it's too good to be true. She's about to kiss me on the lips. No. And he'll look around, and you know what I mean? Like, I know young people who know if they're getting a girl, it's too good to be true. They look around. And then there's Andrew and Tristan who go, oh, I'm getting away with this, brother. No, you're not, bro. You're not, and you're making feminism win. They come after guys like me, and I'm not even, I don't even do it 1% of what these do. They make the world harder for us because, bro, you know how many feminists are going to use this case to shit on the red pill? You're all about to get in trouble, locked up. You're going to get less in your life from girls because they're going to be like, oh, you supported Tate and you did this. They just screwed it up for everyone. And they got all that. You got nothing for 20 years. They got all the Bugatti. They took you to jail with them, bro. They've made society worse for you. And I'm telling you, bro, you don't have to want a Christian world. I'm saying if you're going to go on dates and she's going to be more of a